Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Magia Record Season 2, Episode 4, in which, I don't know, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen, because the previous episode didn't really leave us all that much to go for. Meaning it was fairly, like, not self-enclosed, but it closed an arc. Essentially, basically, kind of, sorta. So we don't really have any spot to continue from necessarily. I mean, sure, we have Kuroe's task that she was given by Nemu. So maybe something like that is what we can see in this episode. I don't know. In the previous episode, Kuroe and Yachiyo saved Iroha. And that's basically it. That's basically what happened in the previous episode. They were sucked into the Iroha world by the Doppel. Iroha was living in her perfect world, essentially created by the Doppel. It created a world where the boarding house is full of all of the friends, including Kuroe, even, where she wasn't someone who ever lived at that boarding house, right? And then the simulation, the dream started falling apart a little bit when Yachiyo mentioned Ui. So Doppel created Ui the best it could. It was just a plushie, a teddy bear, but Ui doesn't exist. Ui was erased. So, of course, not even the Doppel was able to read Iroha's memory enough to recreate Ui as she should be. So it had to resort to creating an imposter. Very cool that Ui is erased so thoroughly. That sounds bad. But very cool how, like, from a narrative standpoint, it's cool that she legit was erased so thoroughly that not even the seemingly omnipotent, well, not omnipotent, but like very powerful forces like that with direct access to Iroha's mind and whatnot just are unable to even recreate her image. Right? That's cool. That's really cool. And the dream keeps falling apart further and further and further. Until the Doppel is out, saying, "What the fuck did you do? I created the perfect world for my host. I wanted to protect her, and you are bringing the issues of the real world here, destroying this illusion of peace, destroying her dream." Which is really cool, again, because I constantly was under the impression that the Doppels are somehow harmful to the host. Even the handler herself told us that, yeah, there's a price to be paid. But it turns out that no, the Doppels are actually beneficial to the host. In, arguable ways, because whether Iroha being stuck in her dream is to her benefit or not could be argued. But still, the sentiment is, I want to help my master, I want to help my host. And that's exactly what the Doppel does. Cool. Really, really cool. But, of course, Yachiyo and Kuroe win with that Doppel. After we get some more scenes from Iroha's dreams, what she dreams of, right? She dreams to be living at that boarding house. She dreams of meeting Ui and her hospital friends. She dreams of being a powerful magical girl. But yeah, the Doppel gets defeated. Iroha and Yachiyo get, together again. Yachiyo shows a very unlike her display of vulnerability. That was also cool. That was also sweet. And that's where we end off. We are still within the Eternal Sakura. Kuroe still has to get rid of the Eternal Sakura to save Nemu's life. And yeah, I see the first frame of this episode is Kyuubey's eyes reflecting Iroha and Yachiyo and the Sakura, so I would assume that we are starting right where we left off. There's no time skip or anything of the sort. Yeah, we'll see how it continues, right? To do that, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. I'm gonna have to bump up the exposure of the camera as well. I see a little bit. There we go. And I'm gonna have to ask you for your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs nothing, helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching Magia Record Season 2, Episode 4 in 3, 2, 1, go. This is really a midpoint to the season, isn't it? Because it's just 8 episodes long. It's clear. Yeah, that was also very surprising to me in the last episode that we didn't end with any, like, you know, sudden drama. There are some weird lines going through it. And the 4 chairs for Nemu, Toka, Ui, and Iroha. Nemu's voice? Or whose? The trees? Yeah. So the rumors can get away? Interesting. Was it a thing that they can just run from you? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, they are really putting a lot of emphasis on 4 people sitting next to one another in the opening, aren't they? Interesting that even Alina got a... That was Alina Gray, wasn't it? Got a spot in the opening. Okay, back at the boarding house. Yep. Bitch, you live like this? What the Kyuubey doing? They are with the Magius. Or they joined willingly. Yeah, they're just regular grunts. Oh, the foreshortening. No, she's dying, actually. Because of the eternal Sakura, apparently. Mm-hmm. Not the best idea. Yeah, that's curious, isn't it? Either she was lying. Was she, though? Hmm. I really didn't think that Yachiyo would agree. Actually, actually, I did. Yeah, it's it actually checks out that Yachiyo would agree to it. She's changed. She has changed a fair bit. I'm assuming those weather anomalies are the Walpurgisnacht approaching. Easy. Oh, hello. What's up? Straight into combat stance. Yeah, no talking. Straight to combat. Pikachu, I choose you! Is it? Is it now? A nice way to separate Yachiyo from them, for sure. Yeah, this very much looks like Nemu's domain. Hmm. What's happening to your thingamajig? Magus code. Okay, so this blackening isn't supposed to happen, is what I'm getting from Kuroe's reaction. A barren train. Reminiscent of the model train that they built at the hospital, isn't it? Because she wants to save the magical girls, of course. Like everybody else who joined. Yeah. Yes, actually. But it also saved you like 3 times by now. No, not really. Doppel really gives you a fat safeguard. No, not really. Probably. We haven't really seen any magical girls from Takarazaki, have we? And then you would watch them die without doppels. That's the reality of it. Whomst. Oh, sup. What you doing here? Are you a Magius now? Yeah, apparently. Her thingamajig is also blackened. Curious. And Kaede is with her. What's up with her? Hmm. Is this the true danger of the Doppel system? Coordinator, not handler. I guess maybe her Doppel isn't, like, configured properly or something. Music's picking up. Yeah, what's up with Kaede? What's up with her shadow? Is that like the Doppel taking control? Is she witchifying despite having a Doppel? What's up with that? Also, where Mami? Alina Gray. Okay. Hmm. Split storytelling, huh? We're following Madoka a little bit, then a little bit of Iroha. Well, mostly Iroha with some Madoka moments here and there. That looks like a central computer or a brain or something. Rumors? Witches? Huh. Someone played Minecraft. Just like there are iron golem farms, they have a witch farm. Used to. I mean, there's also the fact that you have doppels, so you're just not going to turn into a witch. Alina? Or just a witch? A rumor? Okay. It operates with complete and utter disregard to the safety of the witches they have captured. Ooh, that's dark. Doppel up. Doppel up. Oh, was that a fang I noticed? Huh. Yes. Hand holding. Can't show that on the screen. What's their combined weapon? I don't even know. Some sort of a ballista with an explosive payload? I've no clue. It was too fast for me to see. Yeah, something's up with her witchification, doppelization. If it's a doppel, that's fine. Yeah, there's the doppel mask. I was afraid that maybe her doppel system was misconfigured or something and she's just gonna straight up turn into a witch. But no, it seems like just a normal, regular doppel. Well, no longer, I guess. The mask is no longer white. And it really seems to have just merged with her. Yeah. Okay. So that's the actual danger of using a doppel. Huh. Just beat her shy of death. You don't need to kill her. More hand-holding. Another combiner weapon. Oh, I thought for a moment we're gonna get like a triple weapon or something. Triple join. What's even going on the screen right now? This is just chaos. And the Mami ribbons again. What's up with the Mami ribbons? Rip off the mask. If you're lucky, there's gonna be Gem Carry underneath. Oh, hello, coordinator. Huh? No, she's now a specimen. We're gonna milk her for grief seeds. What do you mean done? You're just not gonna do anything with her? Yeah? That's a lot. You didn't ask? Yeah, Kuro was like this close, wasn't she? Are you actually going to treat her? Oh, perhaps. So it's a chance. Okay. I mean, fair. The plan hasn't succeeded yet, so you have no idea if it's gonna work or not. No, maybe. Oh, just like Iroha was. Right, maybe actually the Doppel is protecting them, giving them nice dreams. Yeah, there's at least some comfort to be found in that, right? No, you seem really happy, Nemu. Really fucking happy. And Alina just seems bored. Or questioning. That could also be it. And I guess that would also play into the title of Are You Really Okay with All of It? Ah. I would have said that perhaps Alina is just going to join the team because she's a nice design, she's a cool character. Players of the game probably liked her really much, and we need to find a reason for her to join the players' roster. But I know that this season deviates from the game's story, so might just not be the case. Hmm, curious. Curious. Let's watch it again, shall we? Is this dead tree supposed to be the core? The core of the rumor? Sure, maybe. Until the four of you come here together, and the rumor thus rejected them. So it really seems like the eternal Sakura is the key to something. I don't know what exactly. but it's the key to something. Also, that teddy bear just being hanged by the neck. Yeah, Eternal Sakura seems different in many ways. First of all, we know it's important because it's important to Nemu. She doesn't just say, "Oh, I'm at my limit, I'm gonna die soon. Please eliminate at least a couple of rumors to give me some leeway so that I can keep living," right? Which you'd think would be the case. She has the max capacity of 100 rumors. She already created 98. Just delete a couple of them so that she can still have the energy to live. But no, she specifically requested the Eternal Sakura. So it has to be important. The fact that there are 4 chairs by it, which we already can say with a lot of confidence are chairs for Nemu, Toka, Iroha, and Ui. That also makes the Eternal Sakura very significant. It spoke to Iroha, and it just threw them out. That's also very interesting. It didn't try to fight them or kill them or anything like that. It just spat them out and disappeared. Right? Very interesting. Very interesting what's the deal with the Eternal Sakura. We are having like so many different storylines, so many different threads in this show that it's kind of hard to find your bearings around them, to be perfectly honest with you. Kuro is a black feather, doesn't know much. That's a where was this foreshortening? No, not here. Here. Yeah. That's a very fun effect. Yeah, we're zooming Iroha in and zooming out the environment. Nemu created the rumors, Toka created the doppels. Yeah, and this is what's the most interesting to me. We still have no fucking clue about Ui. We still have absolutely zero clues towards what her deal is. Zero. Just zero clues. Perhaps there are some clues as to her importance, her role in this whole scheme, hidden throughout the episodes in plain sight or just somewhere in the background, maybe. But I don't see them. I don't even know what to look for. I don't even know what to look for. It's really interesting to me how we can try to piece together the goal of the Magius, what they're doing with the rumors, this and that. We can kind of find some clues here and there. Ui, nothing. We are this far into the series, and all we know about Ui is she was friends with Nemu and Toka. Everybody besides Iroha forgot about her. She was completely erased from the world. Nemu maybe remembers her. That's all we know about Ui. Literally just 3 things. She hasn't been mentioned at any time as being any sort of significant. She hasn't been shown. We haven't seen any, besides the fact that some magical girls outside of Kamihama see Ui inviting them to Kamihama. We don't really see her. We really don't. I guess the only semblance of a theory that I could create is that since Nemu created the rumors, Toka created the doppels, Ui created the bubble around Kamihama, But neither Nemu nor Toka have disappeared. Ui has. Why? Why? Ui created the bubble around Kamihama. We were always together. Right. Nem with her books, Toka with her laptop, and Ui with her plushies. And a crystal ball. Interesting. Doing some paper craft. Doing an origami Magus symbol, apparently. Toka doesn't remember Iroha. This is interesting. I wonder if she's just straight up lying. Could very well be. She's like, oh no, I don't remember you. I don't remember your sister. Who even are you in the first place? Right? It could be it. It could be that she's simply really good at lying, really good at manipulation. She needs to be because she is the face and the ruler, the leader of the Magus. Or it could be that we are experiencing, seeing some more memory shenanigans, the way Ui was deleted from everybody's memory. Perhaps Iroha and Ui were deleted from Toka's memory as well. But yeah, Nemu remembers, so whatever happened, Nemu wasn't affected. And of course, I want to meet my friends. Massive Typhoon, which is probably the Walpurgisnacht. Amane twins out of nowhere. I wonder if it's actually explained where they were going, or is it just for convenience sake, right? We need to separate Yachiyo. Let's, I don't know, Amane's sisters appear, rocks fall, Yachiyo needs to deal with that, she stays behind, that's it. Maybe. Yeah, this darkens. I wonder if this is essentially revoking the membership in among the Magus. You can no longer enter Hotel Fenthope. You no longer have the insignia. Other members of the Magus will not treat you as one of them now. I think so. Magus insignia turning black revokes the access to the Magus HQ and the whole membership, which also explains why Rena's insignia is darkened. She ran away, she defected, her privileges have been revoked. Oh, so the train. We started with the train, we see the train again. The train that goes to Kamihama, the train that Iroha and Kuro were taking so often, powered by the locomotive that Toka, I think, built at the hospital. And Kyuubey just gives no fucks. I don't stand a chance against the witches in Kamihama. I've been using a lot of Doppel. And yeah, I guess, legit, for weak magical girls, this is their only chance. Instead of having one life, they have 15 lives, for example. Even if, in the end, the Doppel takes over, the Doppel takes control, which is not that different from turning into a witch. Having 15 or 50 or 150 lives is better than having just one, right? So yet again, I understand the appeal, and I even kind of agree with this system. I even kind of agree with the doppels being utilized. It really seems like a much better idea than just turning into a witch, doesn't it? Rena, yeah, it's blackened. Run away with Kaede. Kaede isn't blackened because she didn't run away. She didn't defect. She was dragged along by Rena. I wonder what does this say. Tell me in the comments if you know, if you have a translation. Let me know. Yeah, her shadow is misbehaving. A little glimpse into Madoka's world, and we are back. All of the witches connected to some cables. I wonder what they are actually being used for. Somehow I doubt they are being used for grief seeds, because if they were, why keep them, right? Why not just kill them, get the seed, and store the seed? Why do you need to store an entire fucking witch if you can just store the seed, right? So there has to be something more to it. They are somehow harnessing the power of living witches to whatever end. Now all they can do is wait to be turned into grief seeds. You are assuming that is their purpose. I really thought that this is Alina Gray appearing. I don't know, the design of this witch kind of reminds me of Alina. Some of the shots, some of the scenes, some of the animation in this show, in this episode in particular, really just goes hard. Real hard. Fangs? Fangs. There we go. I was correct. We just see them for a few frames, but those are very much fangs. And yeah, Iroha saved her, potentially, from being collected by Mitama. And there's this whole sequence that I just what? I think it's like a ballista and a payload made by Kuroe or something, and it's just glorious chaos. That's the best term to use here, I think. A lot of the fights in this episode in particular are just glorious chaos. Transforming into a doppel, and then that doppel collapses and she merges fully with it. She fuses fully. So that's the point of no return. Yeah, you cannot overuse the doppel. Power of hand-holding again. I don't even know what kind of a weapon they created with this fusion. That's a lot. That's a lot. There's the trident, there's tridents with Mami ribbons and blue energy, I guess. Fused with Iroha's crossbow and being propelled by it, and what the fuck is going on? Why are there Mami ribbons? Why is everybody using Mami's ribbons here? Another mystery, isn't it? Another mystery. I don't know. Mami, after being defeated in her doppel form, turned into dust, and whoever inhaled that dust got a part of Mami's powers. Fuck if I know. But everybody seems to be using them for whatever godforsaken reason. And yeah, those are the tridents that Iroha shot out. Captured into a Pokeball and done. My job is done here. She's been captured. That's it. I did say there were some side effects. Huh. She's really reminiscent of Kyuubey, isn't she? Telling them only just as much as they need to know. Not mentioning any actual effects, any repercussions. Just, oh, you're gonna give me a wish and then you're gonna have to fight witches. We don't know what does it entail, what the magical girl turns into, what happens when you die, can you die? None of that. Kyuubeys don't bother with that. They just tell that to you straight. Similarly, Mitama just says, "Oh, don't overuse the doppels, by the way," and that's it. Doesn't get into detail about what's gonna happen if you do overuse them. There's really a surprising amount of similarity between her talking and Kyuubey's talking. Crack theory. Mitama is at least partially a Kyuubey. That's why Juve is a Juve and not a fully grown Kyuubey. Half a Kyuubey was split in two. One half managed to morph itself into Juve and survive, and the other half was consumed by Mitama to give her witch capturing powers. I don't know, but that would be the best explanation I could come up with. Mitama is somehow related to Kyuubeys. Are the Magis really doing the right thing? I don't know. Do you have to do the right thing? I mean, they're alive. It's fine. Maybe they're gonna get saved. Maybe they won't. I don't fucking know. That's the best I can do right now. Very like completely lackadaisical approach to the whole thing. It is what it is. What can I do about it? I don't know. If their plan goes through, maybe they're gonna be saved. The plan doesn't go through, maybe they won't. I don't fucking know. I'm just a janitor here. Who knows? Just whatever. They never asked. That I told you to be careful, right? That's all I need to do. That's where my responsibility ends. Who the fuck cares? Let me eat my chocolate ice cream with tomato now. That's basically Mitama. But yeah, I guess you can find solace in the fact that they are probably having nice dreams created by the doppels. Hopefully. Now I understand how terrible it feels to know the truth about magical girls, so she wants to talk with Nemu. And meanwhile, Nemu, Toka, and Alina are talking. This is interesting that Toka has her back to them. I feel like there is some symbolism to that she has her back turned to them all. Like, sure, it could be just complete disregard for them, which kind of lends credence to my theory that I have it somewhere before, that Nemu and Toka and Ui were were like fine with the plan, and then Toka turned the whole shtick into something it wasn't supposed to be, maybe, and she kind of deviated from the original plan. There was never any talk about sacrificing humans. There was never any talk about harnessing witches. What are you doing, Toka? No, it's too late, Nemu. We can't we can't back down now. Isn't this what you wanted? Right, some sort of thing like that. I just wonder, why is Alina here? Also, Toka is smiling. Nemu isn't smiling whatsoever. And Alina is just kind of bored and kind of like, I don't know, but this expression kind of feels to me like having second thoughts. Like, shit, did I bet on the right horse, actually? Maybe, I know, fighting Walpurgisnacht, that's a tall order. Maybe, shit, maybe I shouldn't have gone with Toka's plans. Right? I know why, but this expression kinda says something like that to me. There we go. Ah. Whew. There we go. At the beginning of this episode, I was asking the question, what's the actual downside of using a doppel, right? We know there's a downside, but no downside is actually visible. The doppel cares about you, the doppel wants the best for you, the doppel saves you from dying, right? Yeah, we now know what the actual downside is, and that you can get actually completely and utterly lost into a doppel, and the doppel can just take you over. You can just merge and not be able to unmerge, right? Again, it's really interesting to me how we still have not even the Eternal Sakura mentioned Ui by name. It has 4 chairs, and we know who those chairs are for, but we don't know the role of the Eternal Sakura. We don't know what's gonna happen when all 4 of them actually sit in those chairs. We don't know how can we even have Ui sit in that chair since she doesn't fucking exist in the first place. This show really does a great job in introducing so many mysteries and so many questions and so many like potentials for theory crafting and whatnot that you kind of start forgetting the main plot line, the main theory, the main mystery of Ui. And only every so often you're actually reminded of it. And it turns out that no, it hasn't actually progressed anywhere. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode, but I really find it very much a parallel to how in the main series of Madoka Magica, we have to wait for a long, long time until Madoka gets turned into a magical girl. Similarly, in case of Magia Record, we have to wait a long, long time until the Ui situation gets explained, gets resolved. Assuming it does. Because that's... it is a given. I really don't think they will just leave that out in the open. I really don't think that's gonna be the case. We will learn what happens to Ui sometime in the future. Also, what I find interesting is that the Walpurgisnacht is approaching fast. We are just halfway through the season, right? That's also very interesting. It really seems like Walpurgisnacht is gonna be here in episode 5 or 6 at the latest, and then we still have episodes 7 and 8. Perhaps 2 episodes of fighting with Walpurgisnacht, that would check out. But then we have a whole another season of 4 episodes. What's so important to enclose in just those 4 episodes? Essentially a movie split into 4 parts, right? What's so important? And also, what's more important and has more impact than fighting Walpurgisnacht, right? Walpurgisnacht was the culmination, the climax of Madoka Magica. almost. I guess Madoka becoming a god was the climax, but before that it was the Walpurgisnacht, right? It was the big bad boss. And then they just pulled a haha, you thought that's it on us. But without that, Walpurgisnacht was the climax. Now it seems like it's not going to be. And I find that interesting because perhaps finding Ui will actually be the climax. That's what the last 4 episodes are gonna be about. I don't know, man. Damn. I don't know. So many unknowns. So many unknowns. So many knowns, too. I really find that fascinating, how we explain a lot. This episode in particular really did explain a lot about the doppels, about what's happening with them, and yet there is still so much to think about, so much to wonder. Like, how are those witches being exploited, right? We have one answer, and immediately we introduce another question, unrelated to that answer even, so that the level of questions, the level of mysteries remains the same throughout. No rest for the wicked, eh? Yeah, I think that's it. I think I said my piece. But maybe you guys have something more to add. If so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please. Spoilers, go to my Discord here, also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to be notified of future videos, not only Magia Record, but also Shangri-La Frontier, Shy, Helk, plenty of others coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified when I go live, because I do sometimes. Support the channel if you want to get early access to Magia Record, up to 1 week early for $10 a month on Patreon down below. And for just $1, you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube itself via memberships, super thanks, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the list of my wonderful Patreons: Kyuubey, Without a Net, The Group Survivor, Zairainer, Aquamancer, Dr. Watt, Magica, Like Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to be captured into a Pokeball.